Hi, this is Dan Fleming from DansMark Software Solutions. I have a new service I'd like to tell you about called Vector Image Machine. Basically what this service does is it converts an AutoCAD drawing into vector data, and you can use that vector data to create images with. Kind of like slides, but you can't manipulate a slide. You can manipulate vector images. At this point, you can move them around, and you can resize them, and you can rotate them. So we're going to go ahead and convert this whole drawing, just really quick, convert the whole drawing into a data set, then open up a DCL, look at the drawing, move it around, resize it, and rotate it, and see how it works. Now, we're going to do this very quickly. Normally, I would do it in stages, and that's in another video. So, it recreated about 948 entities. It made vector images out of them, and it retained the original entity color. So it looks like the same drawing that you had, except I'm going to hit redraw and it's going to disappear. Now we're going to go ahead and open up our data that we just made. We're going to bring it in to the vector image machine, and it sized itself according to the size of the slide image. So if the slide image was closer to a square, it would, it wouldn't oblong itself. In other words, X direction is longer than Y direction. So you get a little bit of distortion in the X direction. But if the ratio was correct for the image, it would draw it exactly like you would normally draw it. We're going to move this image over. Well, first off, we're going to resize it. We're going to resize it down to 14. Now we're going to move that center line over to, let's say, 50 inches. We'll do it minus 50. There it goes back the other way. We'll go back to 0. Now we're going to rotate this 30 degrees. We'll rotate it to 130 degrees. We can rotate it to 230 degrees, 330 degrees, and then bring it right back to 0 where we started. We'll bring this up to the original height, and now we're fine. This is DansMark Software Solutions Vector Image Machine. For more information, contact Dan Fleming at dansmark.com. That's Dan at dansmark.com. Thanks.